A very good morning to everyone watching, of course, on CTV Sports. We're coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 3. Once again, a warm welcome to the Holden International Cup 2026. The Polo Training Foundation, we're delighted to welcome a young team all the way from New Zealand up against the PTF Team USA. New Zealand in the traditional all-black colours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at number 1, Mr. Hagen Thompson. Good morning, Hagen. At number 2, Will Seville. Good morning to you, sir. And then we've got 2 Maxes. We're going to start with Max Parrott playing at number 3 and Max Dormer at number 4. That is your New Zealand All Blacks, Team New Zealand. Over now to Team USA, the PTF, of course, led by the one and only talented Antonio Villamil. Bon dia, Antonio. At number 2, the equally talented Santos Tevez. We're keeping a close eye on him. And then, of course, we go to Rohel Khan. Always a pleasure to see him in the saddle, as is the man with the number 4, Joaquin Vilgra. Oh, bon dia, senor. Good to see you. And, of course, your mounted official, none other than Senor Pepe Araja. So, stage is set. The boys from New Zealand have been in town for a week, and we're delighted to welcome them here. As I said, to the Holden International Cup. Remember, you can go to your handheld devices, go to the YouTube channel, Chukka TV, CTV Sports. You can watch all the action live. We've got our drone pilot, Austin, of course, also bringing you pictures from the aerial vision. Here we go then. Best of luck to both teams. And it looks like New Zealand are going to get the better start here with the throw-in. Taken there by Max Parrott very quickly, and down comes the hammer on the near side by Vilgra. Now, has he found the distance? Well, he certainly has, because he's got a teammate who'll pick that ball up very, very quickly. And Rohel Khan, who we've seen in previous PTFs, very, very strong. And, of course, for all of these players, it's not only a very, very special occasion, but of course a matter of honour to be playing for their country. And I'm pretty sure that the opening few minutes here of this first chukka will have those first chukka jitters here, just to see how the ponies are running, see how the team are connecting. Little pick up here, nicely done by Antonio Villamil, and he's away. Villamil slams that one towards the danger zone. Might have to put another little touch on it if you can get a piece of it. It's cleared. Well played here, New Zealand, in their defence. Still Villamil trying to retain possession of the ball, but New Zealand keeping their wits about them. And here we go, the new counter-offensive I was going to say about to start, but we know how strong Antonio Villamil is, and we have our first whistle of this game and this chukker. Both teams not wasting any time coming out there wanting to show who's boss. So let's see what umpire Pepe Araja made of that play. Looked like we had a little bit of a right-of-way infraction there. So as a result of that, a penalty for 60 yards in favour. Now they might move it up even. Yeah, they're going to move it up to a penalty 3. So an open goal penalty. The first shot on goal now for PTF USA. A little unlucky there. New Zealand getting a little bit overzealous, but that's what I said. Well, there are these first chukker jitters. Don't want to be making any early mistakes. And it looks like the way he's teeing up the ball there, it'll be Santos Tevez to take this open goal penalty 2 in favour of PTF USA. Remember, they're in the blue shirts. Here we go then. Santos Tevez to open up the scoring account for Team USA. And it's defended. Well, remember, penalty 3 can be defended. But that ball, nonetheless, did it go in? That ball did go in, so Santos Tevez picks up his first of the match. And, of course, they change ends after every goal is scored. So maybe that's what was needed to get it out of the system, and away we go. Ball back in play, still on the halfway line. New Zealand once again winning the throw-in. Dormer sends that one across the field, looking for his number 1, looking for Hagen Thompson. But this young man, Antonio Villamil, so far getting most touches thus far here in this opening chukker. Leaves that one behind for Joaquin. Plenty of space to take that ball a little bit closer towards that halfway line initially. Now comes the big shot. Nicely played. Looking for Tevez. Left behind for Khan. Khan back up to the front door. The cut shot's what's needed here. Didn't quite get around that corner on that bend enough to get the perfect shot to goal. Villamil trying desperately to keep the ball in play, but it runs out of polo field. But now the question is, did it come off a defender? It looks like it might have come off a defender, which of course would be the equivalent of a corner. Yep, that's exactly what's happened. So a safety 60 is the call here. Just slightly adjacent to the 60, to the penalty 4 mark. Remember, where that ball crosses the line from that point back into the field is where they will place a ball for a 60. So here we go then. Rohail Khan. I was going to say a very powerful and strong hitter. Puts that one just wide. I think Villamil might have just gotten a piece of that. So knock-in coming. Let's have a look at the clock. Coming up to 4:20 here in the opening chukker. They will have a courtesy change at some point. But New Zealand not wasting any time. Very quickly getting a nice little bit of gainage here, a bit of yardage towards that halfway line, back over to the far side of the field. And intercepted by Joaquin Vilgre. Straight away, a New Zealand defender is on him. Picked up once again by you-know-who, the man with the red helmet. Villamil runs into a little bit of traffic. Nicely picked up, just biding his time there, trying to anticipate and read the play. But New Zealand fighting, want to retain possession of that ball. A little under the neck there coming from Vilgre, down the boards. And that's a very pretty pass because, once again, Antonio Villamil is there. as the clock ticks down towards that 3-minute mark. Big hit over on the far side. That rotation working again very nicely. And, a little bit unlucky there for Antonio. But he's in the right place at the right time all of the time. Little near side forehand shot led by Vilga. Didn't make the contact. This could be a break opportunity now for New Zealand. Yeah, playing it over into the open space. This looks dangerous. This looks like it could be a direct charge to goal. The putter needs to come out. It does. Slightly puts it out to the left. And with that whistle, we will have our first courtesy change. So New Zealand coming back very strong after having conceded that initial goal from the line. And I'm pretty sure that the nerves sort of calmed down a little bit. Everybody's been involved. So, the Holden International Cup 2026, of course, in honour of the Ambassador Glenn Holden, who was a long-time director of the Polo Training Foundation, as well as of the Museum of Polo. Holden loved his horses, but his passion was definitely polo. A time-honoured sport in which teams on horseback compete to drive a ball into the opponent's goal. And I've been talking to several people about Ambassador Holden, who was, just praise from everything that he did in the world of polo. And the Holden Cup was first held in 2014 as the feature match of the England and PTF exchange program. Since then, the Cup has been played in 4 by the USA, England, New Zealand, Brazil, Argentina, and all girls international teams. And we are delighted, as I say, to have and to welcome this very talented, I can tell you already now, young team from New Zealand. And I think this could be a very, very thrilling Holden International Cup as PTF USA are once again on the break. And look at that at the front door. There he is on the near side. Didn't quite make the perfect touch, but he gets the support. And that's a very nice ball by the number 2, by Santos Teves. Just slightly missing the target there by maybe a yard, but going flat out. So knock in coming. And just similar to the PTF here in America, New Zealand, like so many other polo nations, of course, have a program for the up-and-coming youngsters. Well played. Once again, stolen by Joaquin Vilgra. Deep ball down, keeping New Zealand very much contained and in their own half. There's a little backhand shot, but no surprise. Getting a lot done. Antonio Villamil, once again, he's on the move. Couldn't quite take it all the way. Open shot coming here from the number 4 from Vilgra. A lot of traffic in front of that goal mouth. All hands on deck here as far as defense is concerned. And this is a little chance here maybe to turn exactly that defense into offense. Just getting a piece of it, but that ball will run out of bounds, so there'll be a change of possession. Now the question is, who did it come off? Looks like it came off well, that would have been the hit from the spot had we not heard the horn. So, chucker number 1 and a goal scored by Santos Teves. We will have a very short break, but I'm sure there's still plenty more to come. Looking forward to New Zealand coming back strong here in the second chucker. Stay with us on CTV Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. Slightly windy and a little bit overcast here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Great to have you with us for this, the Holden International Cup. We've got Team New Zealand in the all-black shirts. Traditional, of course, for New Zealand against the PTF USA. They're in the blue and white. And we already had a goal from Santos Tevez. A little unfortunate foul given against New Zealand, which ended up with a penalty 3 converted by Santos, and that's so far all they've scored so far. We're going to continue with that change of possession. Remember, at the end of that last chuck, the ball went out of bounds, and Joaquin Vilgra will launch a very nice little ball into that danger zone where you know who is waiting, Antonio Villamil. And that ball also, unfortunately, just going out of bounds. So New Zealand. And that was the first job here as they came back out onto the field, was to get possession with a penalty or with a hit from the spot against them. So they've done that very well. Here we go, knock-in coming. Have a look at how deep the USA team are standing in New Zealand's half. Possibly now here, a chance to run away with it. They're on the boards, picked up now by Hagen. Thompson down the boards, looking for his, I beg your pardon, that was the number 4. That was Max Dormer looking for Hagen. Picked up now by Max Parrott, little under the neck shot. Nice little power on that, but will that just stay within the boundaries of the field? As Hagen Thompson, yeah, I was going to say just a little too steep, that ball. Not able to pick up the connection. But they're knocking on the door. So Team USA now back in possession. Vilgra straight down the middle. Nice little backhand extended. Well played there by Will Seville. And this could be another break away here for Team USA. The open backhand, nobody home. Picked up now by Rohil Khan. Sends it out to the boards. He knew that Vilgra was in the vicinity. In comes Thompson for a challenge. Left and picked up now by Will Seville. He's got Thompson right behind him. He's found a little gap. But what a cheeky little steal here by Vilgra. Nicely done on the near side. Gets the support from his number 2 from Tevez. And look at this. Vilgra on the move. Played it the way he should have on the near side. Turns. Now, who can turn first? This could be a chance here for New Zealand. But this is where the horsemanship comes into play. And again, of course, Antonio Villamil not wasting any time. Sends the ball out towards Santos Tevez. He's trying to control it. Left now for Dormer. Max Dormer over on the far side. Immediately has a defender on his hip. Once again, Joaquin Vilgra. No, beg your pardon. That's Khan and Vilgra. Just exchanging niceties there. Ball still in play. Little backhand shot. This could open things up nicely. But Antonio Villamil with his man. Near side backhand. Nicely done. And away we go. With PTF Team USA. A little help by the pony there as they come round the corner. Santos Tevez. Little flick of the wrist. Quick line change. Nice ball up to the front. Looking once again for Villamil. Tevez, the backhand shot, or rather the tail shot towards the boards. And straight away, Villamil. A little bit of a traffic jam going on there on the boards. New Zealand trying to open things up. Stopped and turned. Very nicely done by Khan. Rohil Khan. Might want to run this one himself. Khan, a little bit of a bouncing ball, not easy to control. Vilga tries to get himself in the perfect position. Well played. Wait for it. Well, looks like he might have had a little bit of interference there. Looks like Max Stormer might have cut his right of way. Let's wait and see what the umpire, Pepe Araja, made of that. We will have a courtesy change before that takes place. Chance for me to tell you a little bit more about this great man, Ambassador Holden. He won the Pacific Coast Open, the Governor's Cup, America Cup, and in 1993, the crown jewel of the US Polo Open Championships. His impact on the polo world is remarkable. Ambassador Holden played alongside royalty such as King Charles and the Maharaja of One, two. I do apologise. A little technical issue there with the batteries. So just to finish on, am I still live? What? Am I live?
I think so.
Just to finish off on what I was saying there about Ambassador Holden, played alongside people such as King Charles, the Maharaja of Jaipur, and many great polo players, including Bob Skeen, Ruben Gracia, Daniel Gonzalez, and of course Adolfo Cambiaso, all becoming lifelong friends. After retiring from playing, he played host to the Prince and Princess of Wales as part of their US honeymoon trip. So in honor of Ambassador Holden, we are now celebrating the Holden International Cup, as I said, since 2014. And once again, a warm welcome to our friends from New Zealand, who are still looking to find their rhythm, but they clearly doing a good job. They've not conceded any more goals, but this now is looking like it could be goal number 2 from the spot or from the line once again in favour of Team USA. Now, the last goal that was taken from the line, from the penalty 3 spot, that was Santos Tevez. Play is called, and it will be Senor Tevez to take this penalty as well. Yeah, hammers that one down, so well done, Tevez. So far, 100% from the line, making it 2-0 for Team PTF USA. If you've just joined us, remember they are in blue. We've got Antonio Villamil at number 1 position, Santos Tevez at 2, Rohel Khan at 3, and Joaquin Vilgra at number 4. New Zealand in the black shirts, Hagen Thompson at 1, Will Seville at 2, Max Parrott at 3, and Max Dormer at 4. Back to the halfway line we go, and despite the fact that New Zealand have won already 2 out of, now this is the 3rd throw-in. This time it's the turn of USA. Now then, who's going to turn to this ball first? On the boards, it'll be the man with the number 2, Will Seville. Picked up now by the number 3, one of the 2 Maxes. This is Max Parrott. Left behind, communication. Now this is a nice little drive up to the front door. The finishing touch, if you can just get a piece of it. Well, that really was a Remington, a very close shave, just slightly wide. So New Zealand coming back very strong after that courtesy change. I'm sure there will have been some stern words spoken as to tighten up, especially on defense, not allowing the PTF USA to play their game, which at the moment is what they're doing. leading by 2-0. They're in possession once again. In comes Tevez. Takes it over the halfway line. Doesn't get challenged. And there's the long drive up to the front door. Very nicely played. Now then, can he pick it up on the near side? Rohil Khan. Khan tries to finish it, and that ball also just going out of bounds. New Zealand dodging a bullet there. Let's have a look at the clock. 1.5 minutes to go here in chukker number 2. Knock in coming, and again, Team USA standing very deep. Don't really want to give New Zealand any more than they have to. Want to disrupt their flow. From the minute that ball is knocked into play, Joachim Wilger, they're trying to control it. Turned, little backhand shot. And straight away, 2 defenders from Team USA shutting down anything that resembles an attack. And now Antonio Villamil opens his shoulders, takes a shot. And that is goal number 3. Well, like I said, you give that young man, Antonio Villamil, anything that even remotely resembles a chance, he will take it and he will score, and he's done so. And that makes it 3-0 now for PTF USA. A very, very nice little status quo if they can take this into the halftime break. And indeed, we're going to call that a chukker. So, a little round of applause. Thank you very much for those of you who are here fieldside. Very nice little turnout. For those of you at home, a chance to top up your cup of coffee, your cappuccino, or a cup of tea. Make sure you join us in just a few moments for the second half of the Holden International Cup 2026, part and parcel, of course, of the Polo Training Foundation.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
I mean, the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. CTV Sports coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club. We're on field number 3, and we've just had the halftime interval here of the Holden International Cup 2026. Part and parcel, of course, of the Polo Training Foundation. Team New Zealand. They are in the All Black shirts, traditionally, as we know from New Zealand. Hagen Thompson at number 1, Will Seville at number 2, Max Parrott at number 3, and Max Dormer at number 4. So far, no score on the score sheet, but I'm very much hoping, and I'm sure it will change here in the second half, which is about to start. PTF USA, they're in the blue and white. We have the very talented Antonio Villamil, who picked up a goal in the second chukker, and then we have Santos Tevis, both penalty shots from the line, picking up a goal in the first and in the second. At number 2, Rohil Khan at number 3, and Joachim Wilgra, Secretary of Defence, at number 4. Your mounted official, Pepe Araja, ball's thrown back into play. Best of luck, and I'm pretty sure that team New Zealand will have had a little readjustment there of the game plan, whereas it's always such a pleasure to watch Antonio Villamil getting involved and doing a lot of the work that you might not even be aware of, and also going back in defence when needed. So New Zealand now takes the ball out towards the boards, and let's see if they can pick up a goal here now in the chucker. He won't be happy with that, knocking that one out of bounds. Player with the number 4, Max Dormer. That'll be a change of possession. Once again, a very similar situation that we had before in favour of Team USA. It'll be Wilgra with a monster shot. Now then, can he get a piece of it? He goes for the under the neck. What a cracking goal there by Rohil Khan. The layup, the pass coming, and a monster pass from Wilgra, and then Rohil Khan, cool as ice, puts it away and turns 3 into 4 now in favour of Team USA. Back to the halfway line they go. Ball's back in play. Let's see if Thompson can do something here. Well, they need to be a bit quicker here. Once again, Wilgra loses it. Picked up now by Seville. And there he is. Villamil making it look so easy. The control, the composure, the high level of concentration. The backhand, not really getting the distance on it that he wanted. Picked up now by Parrott. Let's see if he can run away with it. But they're a little bit too slow, because straight away, Team USA get back in situ. Again, Parrott being beaten there. And the pass taken by Villamil. He's left that one for Wilgra. On the bend, he's got Seville coming up with him. On the near side, little touch by Rohil Khan. Does enough. Careful for these long balls. That ball again making its way towards that danger zone. And then the backhand shot, there it comes. And how he found that angle. Well, that really is very impressive. Goal number 5 for Team PTF USA. Again, a lot of composure. A lot of intelligent polo being played here. And Rohil Khan picking up his second here in chukker number 3. Ball's back in play on the halfway line. Nice little open backhand. He's going to have to take the man first. Nicely played on the near side here. Loses it. Villamil will battle his way through. Antonio drags everybody, or takes everybody with him. The open backhand, very nicely done here by Seville. Picked up now by Parrott. Couldn't quite get the connection that he wanted on it. A nice little layup ball here once again from Tevez, looking for Antonio Villamil. Villamil, 1, 2, 3 touches. And that's goal number 6. And what a great pass again from Santos Tevez. Finding Antonio Villamil, who's now also picked up his second goal of the match. So it's just Joachim Wilgra to score. And with a little over 3 minutes remaining, that imminent whistle will allow for a courtesy change. We will have a very, very short break. Stay with us here. Chance for you to, as I said, maybe top up your cup of coffee, top up your cup of tea. And I can tell you that the PTF exchange program, the quote, of course, by Winston Churchill, who once proclaimed that a polo handicap is a passport to the world. The exchange program was designed to utilize that handicap and thus continue the polo education of the junior players while also creating new friends and memories to last a lifetime. And that very much is the essence of the PTF. And the New Zealand polo team, who are here now, as I said, for a week as part of the PTF exchange program. New Zealand recently hosted a PTF team in November of Faris Hanna, Ulysses Escarpita, Harrison Reicher, and Sophia De Angelis. And it's great, I think, for these youngsters not only to make connections, but to gain experience, but also get to see the world. And as Churchill said, that handicap, of course, is exactly that, a passport to the world. And what an honour it must be to be playing at America's biggest polo club, the home of champions, Grand Champions Polo Club. Remember, we are also in the 8th year of the World Polo League. Still 2 big finals coming up, the Palm Beach Open, and of course, the much anticipated Triple Crown. But today it's all about these young kids, these youngsters, the polo stars of tomorrow. New Zealand, who despite the fact that they're down by 6 goals, very strong team, a lot of talent within those ranks. And they still have a good 3 minutes to start scoring. Then, of course, a 4th and final chucker. Yeah, a little bit of debris. Thank you very much, Joaquin. Getting rid of that horseshoe, which, of course, we don't want to have on the field. So we're all back ready in situ to continue after a quick courtesy change with the second half of chucker number 3. Ball's back in play. And New Zealand win the throw-in. And New Zealand here could be on a bit of a roll. Nice little ball coming from Dormer. And with him goes Parrott. Now this surely should be and must be goal number 1 for the All Blacks. And there it is. Well played indeed, Max Parrott. After the pass coming from Max Dormer. And all of a sudden, New Zealand very much alive here in the second half of chucker number 3. Now do stay with us, of course, right after the match is over. We will have the prize presentation. Beautiful trophies for both winners and runner-ups already in situ. Ball's back in play. And sometimes all it takes is just one little play, like a little goal like we just saw, and all of a sudden that can be the catalyst, that can be the flick of the switch to get, in this case, New Zealand motivated and determined to score a few more. Once again, picked up here by the number 2 by Will Seville. Over on the far side, nicely done. Seville takes it round, can shake off that defender, Seville. He's got to be careful, takes the shot, and where's that going to go? Just wide. Could have, should have been goal number 2 here for New Zealand. Little unlucky. So this second half of chucker number 3 has very much been New Zealand allowing to play their game. Knock in coming. Rotation working very nicely here. Picked up by the number 2 by Santos Tevez. Gets a little help there from Khan. Still Tevez. New Zealand would like to retain or regain possession of the ball. They've done so. And another chance possibly here. In comes Antonio. And that's going to be met by the number 4 from New Zealand, by Dormer. Nice pick up here on the near side. Hello. They got to be quick. Here comes the shot. 30 seconds remaining, and it'll be Antonio who makes it look so easy, so composed. Nice little swing there on the near side. Gets the support from Rohel Khan. He gets taken out of the equation. Good ride off there by Will Seville. Yeah, and that is a little bit too close for comfort there for the umpire. We will have a very short break. Stay with us. Chucker number 4 coming up, and hopefully 5 goals for New Zealand. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports. So here we go then. Welcome back, everybody. Chucker number 4 about to start. Great to see that New Zealand in the latter half of that last chucker after a throw-in, and then the pass coming from Max Dormer, finding Max Parrott to put up the first goal here for New Zealand. But I'm pretty sure PTF USA with Antonio Villamil, Santos Tevez, Rohel Khan and Joaquin Vilgra will be happy with the way things are going thus far. Would have liked to, I'm sure, have had a clean slate. Very much playing their game from the get-go. We did have an infringement right at the end of that last chucker. A right-away infringement, player coming across the line. So we're going to continue with a hit from the spot, a penalty 5A in favour of PTF USA. And Joaquin Vilgra, the man to do the honours here, alongside Rohel Khan, another very, very strong hitter and also a big hitter. Let's see if he can drop this one within the vicinity of that goal mouth. He's played it low, and New Zealand will try and intercept this one, pick it up if they can, but they've got the pressure straight away of all the attacking players. Khan trying to just control the ball. Left behind, they're all knocking on the front door. A lot of traffic going on, but just keep an eye on that red helmet of Antonio Villamil. Chance maybe now for New Zealand to break away. Tevez, first man on the ball. In comes Khan. New Zealand with a pickup on the near side. Might just get a little bit of an edge here. Try to slice it there. Extended. Big hit. Okay, who can stop and turn first? That new line very quickly taken, and Joachim Wilger will not waste any time. He knows he's got a man on. Max Dormer coming in on the right side will take the man first. There's the backhand shot. Antonio couldn't quite reach it. The extension there by Will Seville, but only as far as Khan, and that's dangerous. Again, Antonio Villamil. When you least expect it, he launches a rocket and just goes wide on the near post. Play is called. New Zealand will have the knock-in. Max Dormer gets things back into play. And again, the strategy of the PTF USA to stand deep is working. And that's maybe the way to do it. Play one good ball. At least they're over the halfway line. Nice little touch there from Vilgro. Dormer looking for his number 2, Will Seville. Intercepted by Tevez. Great ball, horsemanship, great ball control. Just needed to take the pace out for a second to get everybody back where they needed to be. Now picked up by Parrott. Nicely done. Parrott, he knows there's Will Seville right behind him. And now Max Dormer on the bend and on the move. Nicely done. Dormer, this looks very good here for New Zealand. And there it is, goal number 2. Max Dormer. Working very hard, getting the job done. So, New Zealand, it's fair to say, have finally found their rhythm. And there's still plenty of time. A little over 4 minutes here in the 4th chukker to pick up a couple more. They need to start winning those throw-ins again. Nicely done, the pass there from Khan, and he knew that Villamil was on his way. Still Khan and Villamil going towards that goal mouth. Khan leaves it behind. Tevez would be the next player. There he is. Santos, Tevez. And he also makes it look so easy. Just biding his time, picking up his 3rd goal now of the match. Well played, Santos. Tevez, and that will take us to our final courtesy change. So just when things were looking to go in New Zealand's way, PTF USA just come up with plan B and pick up goal number 7. And let's have a little look at how they've done so far. Antonio Villamil, probably with the most touches in this game, picked up a goal in the 2nd and the 3rd. Santos Tevez, 2 from the line, also in the 1st and the 2nd, and then again just now in the 4th. And Rohel Khan picking up 2 goals also in chukker number 3. And that makes it 7 goals to the 2. 1 scored by Max Parrott in the 3rd and 1 by Max Dormer in the 4th. So first man back out on the field. There he is, Joachim Wilger. And the man who gets so much done, Antonio Villamil here, always easy to spot with the red helmet. And I remember seeing him in the lead line classes in the PTF polo days that we've had. And look at where he is now. Antonio Villamil, I'm sure a name that we will hear a lot of in the coming decades, especially if he keeps up the way he's developing. Not only horsemanship skills, but also the ability to read the play, to read the game as well as he does. Of course, all these things are taught within the PTF. Another young man with a huge future in front of him, a huge talent, Joachim Wilger. Always with a smile on his face. Just loves sitting on a horse. And what can we say about New Zealand? Well, New Zealand are a very, very talented team. Hagen Thompson, Will Seville, and then the two Maxes, Max Parrott at number 3, Max Dormer. And they've got a fighting spirit, which I very much enjoy watching, and I'm pretty sure this won't be the final score. So here we go then, 3:25 on the clock. We're in the fourth and final chukker. Ball's in play, and it's picked up by Dormer. Max Dormer over on the far side, trying to get a little bit more headway if he can. Little under the neck shot, but nobody home to pick up that ball. Antonio, and you see how he looks over his shoulder first before he decides what to do. You might have thought he might have played a backhand there, but he saw that he had enough space to turn and stick and ball the ball around that bend, and then everything done with an intention in mind. Over on the far side, once again, Max Dormer. And it's the precision of the passing that's letting them down at the moment. Now we have a one-on-one situation. Hagen Thompson. No mistakes now. Khan getting a piece of it. Back to New Zealand. Yeah, why not try a long-distance shot? Little backhand chip, but there was nobody there. Only Santos Tevez, and he read it, anticipated it, turned it. Cheeky but effective here from New Zealand. Little open backhand there once again from Hagen Thompson. Cleared by Khan. They go into the corner. First man there, as always, Vijamil. Wants to play it down the boards, didn't quite get the contact. Now then, Max Parrott may be able to do something here. And away we go. Straight towards that halfway line. He'll shut him down, the near side back, well played, takes it out of bounds. There'll be another change of possession in favour of PTF USA. Let's keep a look at the clock. A good minute and 10 seconds remain. Joaquin Vilgra from the spot. He's got, I was going to say, Antonio Vijamil to his right. Now what a perfect pass. Vijamil opens his shoulders. Try to centre that ball a bit more towards the goal mouth. Nice little open backhand again coming from Max Dormer to clear the ball. But we're within the last minute of play. So I didn't quite get that right, thinking that there was going to be a change on that scoreline. At the moment, it looks like 7-2, and that might just stay that way in favour of the PTF USA. And that horn imminent. 2 seconds to go. So 30 seconds remain on the clock. New Zealand. And that ball will go over the back line. They will play this. They'll play this out. Looks like we might have 2 offsetting fouls here. Hence, we're going to go for a throw-in. Well, Team USA could not be asking for anything more favourable at this stage of the game. And knock in very close to New Zealand's goal mouth, and who will be doing everything they can to clear that ball. But that is not how it was supposed to end, not for New Zealand, as once again Rohel Khan picks up his final score. I think a round of applause is in order. Thank you all very much. Well, we'll just wait on verification whether or not that last ball did actually go in as the players shake hands. I'd like to congratulate a great performance by Antonio Vijamil picking up 2, Santos Tevez picking up 3, Rohel Khan picking up 2, and Joaquin Vilgra back the 4th player. Commiserations, but great team spirit in New Zealand. Hagen Thompson, well played. Will Seville, Max Parrott picking up a goal in the 3rd, and Max Dormer. We will have a very short break to prepare everything for the prize presentation. Stay with us here on CTV Sports. The Holden International Cup prizes coming up after this short break. By who? That's what I thought. Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you stick around for the prize presentation. As the players, if we can have Team New Zealand also making your way up onto the podium, please, guys. Team New Zealand, please, if you'd like to make your way up on the podium. Thank you very much. We're delighted to have Riley Gansey presenting the prizes with a little bit of assistance there by our very own Mr. Jordan Schwetz from the Polo Museum and the Hall of Fame. And as the boys from New Zealand make their way up onto the podium, I think everybody here should give them a round of applause, making it all the way here from New Zealand. Thank you very much for having us. And that applause, of course, goes to all the 8 players who played here in the Holden International Cup 2026. Before we get on with the presentation of the players, we're going to have the PTF Best Playing Pony, which is going to be awarded. So if I could ask kindly for Atogus Picosa, please bring her forward. She has won the PTF Best Playing Pony. She was ridden by and is owned by, of course, the man with the number 1 on his shirt, ladies and gentlemen, Antonio Villamil. Maybe you want to step down, a round of applause. Well done, Antonio. 14-year-old mare, very excited. And Antonio was telling me what a great pony she is. And, of course, he wins the Best Playing Pony Award. So on behalf of all the grooms and all the ponies, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for Atogos Picosa. Antonio Villamil, the owner and the man who rode her. Thank you very much indeed. So, Riley, I hope you're ready. We are going to start with the runners-up. Once again, great to see them make their all the way to Grand Champions Polo Club from New Zealand. Please step forward at number 1, Mr. Hagen Thompson. At number 2, Mr. Will Seaville. Please step forward. And then we go to the number 3. What a cracking goal he scored in the 3rd chuck. Give it up one more time for Mr. Max Parrott. Well done, Max. And at number 4, Mr. Max Dormer. And in New Zealand, all good things come in 5s. Mr. Jacob Thompson, please step forward. Well done, Jacob. And thank you very much, Riley, for taking your time to be with us here on this Good Friday morning. And now to the to the winners of the Holden International Cup 2026 PTF USA, ladies and gentlemen. Please step forward. Give him a round of applause, Mr. Antonio Villamil. And number 2, another bright superstar on the horizon. Give it up for Santos Tevez. Number 3, I think he's got a bionic arm, the way he's hitting those balls, ladies and gentlemen. Rohel Khan. Well done, Rohel. And the man who's always got a smile on his face, the one and only Joachim Wilgra. Now, before we present the trophy, we have 2 more awards to give. One is the Sportsmanship Award, and that this year goes to Mr. Hagen Thompson. Please step forward, Hagen, winning the Sportsmanship Award. Well done, Hagen. And then, of course, the MVP, the Pete Perkins MVP Award, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Joachim Wilgra. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you. Jordan Schwetz, of course, from the Polo Museum and the Hall of Fame, assisting Riley Gansey. Thank you very much. And if we could now have the presentation of the beautiful trophy to the winning team, ladies and gentlemen. The Holden International Cup 2026 goes to the PTF USA. Everybody, a round of applause. Antonio Villamil, Santos Tevez, Rohel Khan and Joachim Wilgra. And I think it's only right that we give the boys from New Zealand another round of applause. Thank you very much, guys. Well done. If you'd like to, of course. Who is it? Okay, hang on a second. I believe I'm the captain of New Zealand. I've just been told would like to say a few words. Max?
Shall I wait for them to get the photo? Rightio. Yeah, I'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone who made this tour happen. Mark and Melissa, who have kindly given us all the horses, and Jennifer, who has organised pretty much everything, and a big thank you to Mum. Thank you to my teammates. It's been great fun on the tour, getting to know each other, as I haven't actually played with any of them before, and big thank you to the American team who, and Jesse for coaching us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
All right, I'll go to you.